Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Sam. I'm a licensed cosmetologist, and here on my channel I like to share my life and experiences as a hairdresser, and I like to share advice for any other hairdressers or future hairdressers. So in today's video, I wanted to talk about my favorite hair-related pages to follow on Instagram. I feel like if you are a hairstylist, especially if you're a new stylist, you're still in cosmetology school, you're just getting into it, these are my top recommendations and pages that I love to follow, that I learned the most from. And I separated them into different categories. I have pages that I like to follow more for like business, customer service type advice. Then I have some pages that I like to follow just for inspiration. And then I have some people that I like to follow for like technique education. And of course, there's thousands of amazing pages to follow. These are just the ones that I've been following the longest and that I feel like I engage with the most, that I get the most out of. So let me know if there's any pages that you enjoy following that I don't mention in this video. Let me know down in the comments. I'd love to discover some more. So I'm gonna start with like the business side of things, because I think a lot of the times people get into this industry and they just get so focused on like their technique and their actual skill and being like really good with that. And of course that's super important, but I feel like you also need to understand the business side of things, especially because in cosmetology school, they don't really teach us that kind of stuff, right? Like we don't get business classes. So these pages all have amazing advice when it comes to that kind of stuff. So the first one is Jamie C, aka Pretty Little Ombre on Instagram. She is probably the one person I've been following the longest. Like I've been following her since before I even went to beauty school. I actually met her last winter, and I mean, it was very brief, but she seemed just as sweet in person as she does online. So Pretty Little Ombre is pretty much a trailblazer in like the balayage, freehand painting side to hairstyling. She does have an education brand that offers classes on doing balayage and other hair lightening services, but she also teaches a lot about the business side of things. And any of you guys who are already followers of my channel, a lot of the advice that I share, how I interact with my clients, the way that I communicate with them, my verbiage, a lot of that is all inspired and learned from Jamie. She's so amazing at that stuff, and I feel like her approach is just so genuine, and she just really understands how to connect with people. Then the next person is Nina Tulio. She is amazing as well. I don't believe she works behind the chair anymore. She is just all strictly business advice, and she's really good about like posing questions in her posts and starting conversations in the comments and getting like just a community. It's like a forum where people can just like share different advice and ideas. So I love her page as well. The next person is Jamie Dana Hairstylist on Instagram. She also has a YouTube channel, and she does share hair tutorials and teaches. She does a lot of like foiling and balayage and that kind of stuff. So if you're into hair color, you should go check out her YouTube channel. I will have it linked down below. I've learned a lot of really good techniques from her, but her main thing on Instagram is teaching other hairstylists how to grow their following, how to grow their clientele, specifically through Instagram. So if you're trying to grow your clientele, especially if you're a new stylist, you have to go follow her. I wanna say at least 80 to 90% of my clientele I got all through Instagram, and that's all from the information that I learned from her. The next person that I love to follow for like business advice is Britt Siva. I'm gonna be honest, I haven't been following her for quite as long as a lot of these other people, but I always would hear my boss and my other coworker rave about her. They are like obsessed. And I know that when my boss was changing up her pricing structure at the salon, she was going strictly based off of Britt Siva advice. So I think she's especially great if you are a salon owner or if you're thinking about opening up your own salon in the future. And then the last one in the business category is Gina Bianca. I am Gina Bianca on Instagram. What I love about Gina is that she has such a like harsh love, no bullshit kind of attitude. And I feel like she can be really polarizing. Like people either love her because of that or they find her really offensive and don't like her. She will curse, She will tell you how it is. Like, she's not afraid to hurt your feelings and give you the harsh truth. And I love that. Okay, so since we're talking about business, I have to take a quick minute and give a shout out to our sponsor, Skillshare. Thank you so much to them for sponsoring this portion of today's video. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of inspiring classes for creative and curious people to explore new skills, deepen existing passions, and get lost in creativity. They offer creative classes designed for real life and all of the circumstances that come with it. These lessons can help you stay inspired, express yourself, and introduce you to a community of millions. I feel like with everything that's going on right now with the state of the world and the quarantine, a lot of us, myself included, still aren't able to get back to work and go to the salon. So I know that for myself, I'm trying to really use this time to just build on my customer service skills and my marketing skills and just figure out what is a way that I can come back to work better than ever and really like step up my game and be able to deliver the absolute best to my clients. And Skillshare has tons of classes on social media, marketing, branding. One class that I actually came across today was called Branding for Entrepreneurs, Building an Aspirational Brand in the Instagram Era. And it's all about teaching you how to create a personal brand to grow your business. And I mean, that's exactly what we need to do as hairdressers, right? Like, especially this day and age. So if you've been struggling with social media marketing and you feel like your brand needs a little bit of a refresh, an annual Skillshare subscription is less than $10 a month. And as a little bonus, the first 1,000 of my subscribers to click the link in my description will get a 2-month free premium membership of Skillshare to explore your creativity. So thank you so much to Skillshare for working with me, and thank you so much to you guys for giving me the opportunity to talk about these sponsors. All right, so now moving on to my favorite pages to follow for education. These are pages that share a lot of tutorials and just tips and tricks and offer classes for haircutting and color. Now, my specialty is color. That's my main focus. So the majority of these pages are focused mostly on hair color, just as a little heads up. But the first one is Salt Society. So I had mentioned Jamie C, Pretty Little Ombre. Salt Society is her online education brand. I've watched, I think, all the classes that are on there right now. They're very helpful. The next one is Chanel Mariano. Oh my God, I talk about her so much. So she is all about hair cutting, and she teaches you the fundamentals of cutting. I actually went to one of her classes in person last year, and it completely changed my whole life. Color is something that has always come naturally to me. I never really struggled with that. But cutting, I don't know, I struggled with it more. It didn't feel as natural. And I feel like in beauty school, we just were taught like how to do certain types of haircuts, right? We weren't necessarily taught how to cut hair. So yeah, what she teaches you basically is like, if you hold the hair at this kind of angle and cut here, how is it gonna fall? What is it gonna look like if you want the hair to do this? Like if you want it to all push back out of the face, how would you need to cut it to give it that kind of effect? She just like makes hair cutting so simple and easy to understand, and it's just the complete opposite of how I was taught how to cut hair in beauty school. So she is amazing to follow, and if you can go and actually take one of her classes in person, I highly, highly recommend. She is amazing and also so incredibly sweet, by the way. The next person is Lisa Loves Balayage. Her main thing is foiling. So if you struggle doing foils, if you want to learn how to be really good at doing like foliage, she is the person that you need to follow. I love watching her videos. She posts so many video tutorials. She also does education. I don't think she has online classes. I think she just does all of her teaching in person. Yeah, she's another great one to follow as well. And then lastly, for education, we have Behind the Chair, which that is like the #1 page. That is like the hub. That is every hairstylist like mecca. If you do hair and you're not following Behind the Chair, what are you doing? Behind the Chair is awesome because they repost other stylists' work all the time, and it's kind of a combination of color and cutting and updos. It's everything. They also do a lot of contests, so if you're into that, that's something that you could do as well. But the other thing that's great about them is that they have education on their website, and I think their classes are like $20 each, somewhere in that price range, or you can just sign up for a membership, and it's awesome. Anytime I have any downtime, I will go on there and watch a class, and they'll do live classes as well, so you can send in your questions as you're watching the class. I've learned so much from their website, and I've discovered so many other amazing hairstylists as well from that site. So I feel like if you take anything away from this video, Behind the Chair is the one page that you absolutely should follow first, because then you'll just discover so many other people from there. And then the last category are pages that I like to follow just for inspiration, different repost pages. So I have a few on here and they're all pretty similar, so I'm not gonna go into too much detail. I'm just gonna kind of list them off. So we have Behind the Chair again, Modern Salon, American Salon, Beauty Launchpad, and Stylist Supporting Stylist. Those are kind of like a mixture. They sort of feature like a little bit of everything. It's not just color focused. And then I also follow Masters of Balayage, Best of Balayage, Balayagist, and Main Interest. Those are like obviously more focused on balayage. So not only is it a great way to get inspired, discover other hairstylists, but it's also an opportunity to possibly get your own work reposted. If you tag them in any of your posts, you know, they might repost you and then other people will discover you, and that's a great way to build your following as well. So yeah, those are my favorite pages to follow. They obviously aren't all of the pages that I follow. I follow quite a lot of people, but these are really like my favorite ones, my top choices. What's nice too on Instagram is once you start following these pages and you start liking their photos, then when you go to your explore page, it's gonna show you similar content from other people. And so that's another great way to discover even more pages, more stylists. But yeah, like I said, if there's a page that you love following that I didn't mention in this video, let me know down below. And if you liked this video and you found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to click the Skillshare link down in the description if you're interested in that. And hopefully I'll see you in my next video. Bye.